Reporting live from the Upper East Side with your weekly rendezvous of Gossip Girl style, symbolism, scandal, and New York society. Today, we're taking a little walk down Lover's Lane and counting down Chuck and Blair's most twistedly romantic moments. Because what's a good love story if not a little crazy? On the Upper East Side, love isn't just a feeling, it's a well-dressed battlefield. And no couple waged a more glamorous war than Chuck Bass and Blair Waldorf. A couple whose romance wasn't just passionate, it was twistedly romantic. Equal parts chaos and devotion, but also magnetic, intoxicating, and, for better or worse, unforgettable. Here are the top Chuck and Blair moments that defined an era and taught us that power couples aren't born, they're schemed into existence. Number 1, the moment it all began, the burlesque scene. Forget slow burns, Chuck and Blair ignited in a flash of feathers, sequins, and scandal. When Blair took the stage at Victrola for her burlesque performance, she reclaimed her power after her post-heartbreak while also unlocking something in Chuck he didn't know he needed. Blair Waldorf stepped into her villain era, and in one performance and in one limo ride, Chuck Bass fell hopelessly, if unwillingly, in love. This was the scene that flipped the entire series on its head. Number 2, Chuck's first real gift of devotion, the Erickson Beeman necklace. Blair's 17th birthday was shaping up to be yet another emotional disaster. That is, until Chuck Bass stepped in with the gift that changed everything. The Erickson Beeman necklace wasn't just a piece of jewelry. It was a part of tradition that until that point had been carried on by Nate. Out of everyone in her world, Chuck chose to show up for her, understanding her taste, desire to be seen, love of extravagance, and her need to feel cherished. And in this moment, Blair, for once, didn't have to pretend she didn't care. Number 3, 150 votes for prom queen. Blair spent years obsessing over prom, but her reign was slipping away and public humiliation awaited her. That is, until Chuck, in his own morally questionable way, saved the day. The most romantic part about it, he didn't need credit or attention. He did it because he knew how much the crown and her reputation as Queen Bee meant to her. This was his way of saying the 3 words he struggled with: I love you. Number 4, it wouldn't be my world without you in it. Season 4, Episode 2 is the emotional reset no one saw coming. After being shot and reinventing himself as Henry Prince, Chuck was ready to disappear from Manhattan forever until Blair confronted him on a bridge in Paris, and in that moment, all the games fell away. It was the closest Blair had ever come to laying her heart bare, and the moment Chuck realized he wasn't beyond saving, not if she believed in him. Blair let Chuck know that despite all of his faults, she loved him by saying, "It's not my world without you in it." Number 5, crashing the bar mitzvah. Only Chuck and Blair could stumble into a bar mitzvah after being in the middle of a crisis and go full-scale rom-com. They danced, and for a moment in time, they forgot about their troubles, responsibilities, schemes, and just let loose. They danced like their lives depended on it, laughed like best friends, and remembered that they truly liked each other and would always be a team. And honestly, no one works the dance floor quite like Queen Bee and Bass. And last but certainly not least, their Bonnie and Clyde styled wedding day. After everything, the heartbreak, schemes, betrayals, and near-death experiences, Chuck and Blair finally sealed their fate with a last-minute, wildly illegal Central Park wedding. With Blair wearing a powder blue Ellie Saab gown and Chuck in peak gentleman tailoring, while also being on the run, the two exchanged I do's on the terrace in front of a handful of friends with a ticking clock. It was messy, dramatic, rushed, and absolutely them. 2 imperfect people choosing each other one final time in the city that raised them. Chuck and Blair weren't about perfection, rather intensity, ambition, devotion, and evolution. A couple who fought each other, fought for each other, and ultimately built an empire together. Their love story wasn't meant to be ordinary, but iconic in the twistedly romantic backbone of the Upper East Side. And that's why Cher still reigns as the most unforgettable couple in Gossip Girl history. You know you love me. XOXO.